Now, on May 31, 2018, First Lady of Ghana, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, cut the sword for the construction of a one-story pediatric intensive care unit at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital in Accra. Almost a year on, the building is being commissioned. Now, the facility, sponsored by the Rebecca Foundation, is expected to admit neonates and children up to 12 years, use specially built for-purpose beds, cribs, cots, and incubators, and will be supported by a full set of medical equipment for pediatric health care. Now let's take you to the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, where the commissioning is underway.
And a practicing medical officer while serving concurrently as a member of parliament for the Lojukuku constituency and the board chair of Korle Bu. Ladies and gentlemen, the ever vibrant, spirited yet humble, Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. MC, my brother Jololo. Yeah, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Minister for Health, Honorable Ukwachimamenu, the Chief of Staff of the Republic. We also have our own big sister, Honorable Ayoko Bochwe, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, my colleagues, deputy ministers, the CEO of the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, all the staff of this hospital, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it a great privilege to be the one to be called upon to chair this very momentous ceremony. Momentous because generations yet to come will be witnesses to this edifice that has been put up by the Rebecca Foundation. As a physician who has worked in a number of hospitals in this country, in the Central region, Ashanti region, in Greater Accra, in the Brong-Ahafo region, there is one thing I've realized, that most of our hospitals are built with pediatric wards, but not exclusive, independent, well thought out pediatric intensive care units. And it is no surprise that it took a mother to remember that some things are very important and they ought to be done. And we are very grateful that we are here today to have finally the pediatric intensive care unit. This unit has all the facilities that we've wished for. In fact, if you enter the unit, you might think you just transited to Europe or North America. We have over 41 beds dedicated exclusively to neonatal and intensive care. In fact, if I want to go on a tangent of mentioning all the facilities that are in this particular unit, we might not live here. I would like to conclude quickly by mentioning that it is true that behind every successful man there is a successful woman. But what is also true is that behind every successful woman, there is a successful man. And I would like to thank God also for the husband of the First Lady, our own father and president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We are particularly pleased that we have a family that always thinks of how to uplift the poor and care for the vulnerable. And it is true, when you care for the poor, the Lord himself will also care for you. And so we are excited in Korle Bu here. And on this note of commendation for the Rebecca Foundation and the First Lady, and on a note of exhilaration on the part of Korle Bu, I declare this ceremony officially open. Most grateful for the opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our chairperson, the board chair of Korle Bu, the Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy. We thank you for your warm words of welcome. In moving on, it's my pleasure to acknowledge in our midst the Deputy Minister of Children, Gender, Children and Social Protection, the Honorable Frida Prempeh. Thank you for joining us. We're joined this morning by the Deputy Minister for Finance, the Honorable Abna Osei. A round of applause for her. Thank you. The Lord Mayor of Accra joins us this morning, the Honorable Mohammed Ni Ajay Soa, and the former mayor of the city, who is now a member of the Council of State, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Stanley Ni Ajay Blankson. We welcome you ever so warmly. In a short while, I'll be acknowledging formally all our esteemed traditional rulers, Nime, Name, Nananum. But in moving forward, it's my pleasure to invite, to also set the tone with his address, the CEO of Ghana's largest health facility, Korle Bu. Please welcome Dr. Daniel Asare.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, the Chief of Staff of the Office of the President, Honorable Minister of Health, Honorable Nkuya Jumamenu, Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, and Deputy Minister for Women, Children and Social Protection, Honorable Deputy Minister for Finance, Chief Director of Ministry of Health, Board Directors and Management of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, cherished staff of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, staff of the Child Health Department, press here assembled, members of the clergy, traditional council, chiefs and queen mothers, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This is the day the Lord has made, and let us all rejoice for the sake of children of today and children yet unborn. I'm extremely happy that almost a year after the sword was cut for the construction of a pediatric intensive care unit for this hospital, we are here today to commission it for use. Ladies and gentlemen, if you recall, in May 2018, Her Excellency and her foundation promised to put up a PICU for Korle Bu, which when completed will admit 41 children at the time. The building was also expected to have a pediatric intensive care room, pediatric ICU, isolation room, a pediatric high dependency ward, neonatal ICU ward, neonatal high dependency ward, neonatal isolation ward, with a full set of ultra-modern medical equipment for patient care. The building was also expected to be energy efficient by employing green technology. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Child Health Department attends to children and neonates from birth to up to 12 years of age. As a referral point and premier hospital of this country, the department receives cases from all over the regions and across the sub-region, with most cases requiring intensive care. The increasing patient numbers received as against the department's pace makes admission challenging and compromises the quality of care. The completion of this PICU is therefore a welcome news, not just for the hospital and our patients alone, but the country at large. This will also serve as the biggest training center for training of pediatric and neonatal emergency care for doctors and nurses and other health cadre. Ladies and gentlemen, under-5 mortality is an issue that engages the attention of government and the international development organizations. In our organizations such as Korle Bu, with a highly skilled personnel, under-5 mortality occurs as a result of lack of appropriate facilities to save lives. If you reduce under-1 mortality significantly, under-5 mortality will also drop. Your Excellency, I'm confident that your intervention, which is one of the important contributions, in the next couple of months, begin to manifest a drop in under-5 mortality and subsequently reduce infant and neonatal mortality as well. Dr. Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, the provision of medical gases, solar water heaters, voltage stabilizers, water storage and pumps, and solar power generation in the building will also ensure that the care is not interrupted at any given time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier, I'm happy to see this day, and I'm happy that the beginning from the time that we will operational this facility, which is going to be very soon, in the next couple of weeks, children who will require neonatal and pediatric intensive care can be attended to by our highly skilled and professional staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, in the next couple of weeks, will be rolling out paperless patient and facility management system. The standard of this pediatric intensive care is world-class and is comparable to any PICU anywhere in the world. In order not to downgrade the standard by maintaining the manual records management system, we have decided to introduce the new paperless medical records system starting from this facility. Your Excellency, let me give the assurance that the hospital will employ innovative management practices and will go all in to ensure that this facility is maintained properly. As a part of this scheme, we have mapped our planned preventive maintenance program to ensure that the building and the facilities are kept in good working conditions in the next 10 years coming. We plan to outsource non-clinical services provision for efficiency and also employ private provision with public supervision. Before I take my seat, let me express my profound gratitude of the hospital management and staff to Her Excellency and the Rebecca Foundation for this facility. Madam, we are grateful. I also wish to thank the contractors for the speedy and beautiful work done, Mr. Stephanie and Team Aliko. I also wish to thank the former management team members, the former CEOs, and the former heads of departments of child health, and especially the current one, Professor Ebenezer Bedu, and then the previous ones, for equally wishing that this facility comes to being. I want to mention Professor Jennifer Werbeck and Professor Agoka for daring to dream the facility such we have about to commission. Thank you, invited guests and ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media for making time to be here with us. You are all welcome to Korle Bu, and please witness this marvelous facility that has been put up by our First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you, and you are all welcome.
Thank you. We're grateful to you, Dr. Daniel Asare, CEO of Korle Bu, for that very inspiring address. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this morning we're pleased to acknowledge in our midst the South African High Commissioner to Ghana. Would you please make welcome Her Excellency Madame Lulu Hingwana. Thank you very much for joining us. We're joined also by the Deputy Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Honorable Elizabeth Saki. Thank you. Joining us this morning is the Deputy Minister of Health, the Honorable Alex Kojo Kom Aban. Thank you. What we witnessed this morning is as a result of close collaborations and partnerships forged with numerous stakeholders, particularly our esteemed traditional rulers. It's my pleasure to acknowledge formally the Sempe Manche and the Mankralo of the Ghana state. Would you please make welcome Ni Adote Otinto II. Say welcome, Ni. In his company, Ni Ado Abose Bule II is the Sempe Mankralo. A round of applause for him. Thank you. Joining us is the Sempe Glefe Mankralo and the acting chief, Ni Oko Berima I. In this company is the Otiame Ni Adote. A round of applause for Ni Adote. Thank you. We're joined this morning also by a great retinue of Queen Mothers. I'd like to acknowledge now Na Adole Ablade I, Na Koko Ajoyi I, Nana Adede Akwandeng Keteku, Nana Wopeyo Dadechu, Na Akuya Mempe Mehwasem, Na Ode Mwao na aba dinsua, na aba kwano, na koko shuri, na jambia, na aba kwano, na kwache anuhuma, na tetioko, na adole, na dede ablewa, na sakwa, na ahine, dediota, momo, heshio balo, na adese, omanyesane, na momo, hosia balo, ke na cheche ajiman. Ufane, I'm a round of applause. This morning, I would have to plead on behalf of all of us who are not accustomed to Ga Adangbe culture that you pardon us in view of the excitement and the euphoria that we just clap for today. We know that it runs counter to the tradition of the Ga Adangbe at this particular time. Respectfully, I ask for your pardon. Thank you. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, it's my pleasure to invite to share some remarks on this great day, Ghana's Minister of Health. Would you please make welcome the Honorable Kweku Benu Ajiman. A round of applause.
Thank you very much. Can I, despite his plea, also plead that the shouting and the clapping be reduced a little bit in respect of tradition and culture. The MC has pleaded with Nime Name that they should allow us to do clapping and, a little bit of noise. But I also plead that we bring down the tone a little bit in respect of culture and tradition. Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of our country, Madam Chief of Staff, colleague ministers and the deputy ministers, the chairman and the board of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the chief executive, management and staff of the hospital, and I'll salute the staff of the Child Health Department, members of the clergy, invited guests, our friends from the media, Nime, Name, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The well-being of children, girls as well as boys, is the litmus test for the health and future well-being of our society and the planet. How our children are faring in terms of their health and nutrition, their welfare and education, the environment in which they grow is a direct predictor of what the future will look like. A pediatric intensive care unit serves to improve the well-being of children, specifically neonates. With the Sustainable Development Goals, Target 3.2, which states that by 2030, we should end preventable deaths of newborns and children under 5 years of age, with all countries aiming to reduce neonatal mortality to as low as 12 per 1,000 live births, and under 5 mortality to as low as 25 per 1,000 live births. Ghana currently is confronted with high neonatal deaths, and this resulted in the country and the ministry developing a national newborn strategy. Currently, a major focus of the Ministry of Health is to ensure that Ghana achieves universal health coverage, leaving no one behind. There is no way we can achieve universal health coverage without actively reducing neonatal deaths. And I want to take the opportunity to congratulate our First Lady, in putting up this pediatric intensive care unit. This, I personally believe, will go a long way in our efforts to achieve UHC. Since I took over as the Minister of Health in 2017, I have embarked on several monitoring visits across the country. One of the key challenges that I have personally identified is the lack of infrastructure, equipment, and human resource to handle pediatric cases. When I visited Kolebu during the time of Dr. Enya, we went to the Child Health Department, and there were incubators packed somewhere behind where they had put kids in incubators. Some of them were staying in incubators paired, 3, 2, in some cases even 4. Observation across the country is the fact that we didn't seriously plan for mother and child health. Across the country, when we started working towards achieving SDG 3.2, you could see innovations, extension of existing facilities in terms of civil works. So they will open up a small place in some hospitals' corridors. They will find just 1 or 2 incubators sitting in almost all our hospitals, especially our district facilities. When you go beyond there, you can imagine what you will see. Some instances in some of the hospitals, only 2 incubators, 1 functioning, the other one not functioning. And our doctors, let me thank them, and their midwives and nurses were doing improvisation of equipment to warm the kids who needed to be given warmth. Excellency, on behalf of myself and the entire workforce of health in this country, we can't hide our appreciation and our excitement at the type of efforts you are putting to support our system. Madam, I heard earlier on, I identified you and I said to you when you were commissioning the one you fixed in Kumasi, and I said that I've identified a domestic donor partner. And it is in you, madam, that we look up to begin to do a few more for us. My colleague, the MP for Lejekuku, am I right, was talking about behind every successful man there's a woman, and behind every successful woman there is a man. But I will change it and say that beside every successful man there is a woman. Madam, you are doing things side by side with our president. So you are not behind her. You are just beside her. So when Nanado talks about 1D, 1F, I wish that you also adopt 1 teaching hospital, 1 NICU. Madam, you've done 2 now. We are left with Tamale, Cape Coast, and now Ho. So 3 more left. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, in May 2018, Her Excellency the First Lady, working through the Rebecca Foundation, agreed to construct a 41-bed PICU for Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The Chief Executive has mentioned the components in there, and it has all it takes to make it a state-of-the-art facility that is sitting here now for us to commission and to see what is in there. This Child Health Department will serve as one of the major referral points for the country. This state-of-the-art PICU facility will go a long way to address our high neonatal mortalities, which we are currently experiencing. Once again, Madam, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic, we thank you so much. I personally believe, without doubt, that this intervention will go a long way to curb both our under 5 and high neonatal mortalities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, ensuring this facility is operationalized within this shortest possible time is very important to me. And I appeal to the Chief Executive Officer to ensure that this facility is operationalized within the shortest possible time. And I want to even believe that we should have staff working in there now. I will want a brief on progress and pretty soon detail my monitoring and evaluation team to do a follow-up. Excellency, we will send you our monitoring report. I want to appeal to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital to deploy a lot of IT technology to facilitate the work in this unit. The electronic medical record system has commenced in this facility, and we should extend it to this unit. Let us also have a sustainability plan in place to ensure the efficient running of this unit. I will want to take the opportunity to thank all staff and management of Korle Bu who contributed in diverse ways to ensure the completion of this project. We need to look further than the words of one of the world's greatest leaders, Nelson Mandela, for direction on the issue. And I'll quote, "There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way which it treats its children." Let us keep these words in mind as we commission this new edifice. Your Excellency, you have demonstrated that you care about our children. Let us, so especially the staff and management who will work here, apply ourselves diligently to the work. I thank you for your attention. I'm grateful.
We're ever so grateful to you, Ghana's Minister of Health, the Honorable Kweku Agyeman-Menu, and touching on sustainability and what we can all do to ensure that this project certainly outlives all of us.
We'll take you back to the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital when First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo speaks to us.